they need them. Touch of hands.
And arguably, chorus, right? Think of chorus.
Gonna face crank here. Oh, just the power of it. He's trying to get a clean choke on him here, and he's gonna get it.
Yeah, he's gonna get it.
This is a big squeeze. Volta Walker.
He's got him.
He's gonna get the submission over Zion Clark.
There's no more respect you can give another.
Speed Monster!
Well, using his nickname there from the MC.
Walter Walker secured a swift submission victory against Zion Clark in their widely anticipated grappling bout at Karate Combat 59. The UFC heavyweight contender had previously claimed 4 consecutive wins via heel hook, establishing this technique as his signature finish. Clark, who was born without legs due to a rare condition known as caudal regression syndrome, still found himself targeted by Walker's signature heel hook attempt, despite his unique physical circumstances.
Too. I mean, even when you look at, like, I mean, I try not to be a hater and be a jealous person or whatever, but I'm like, yo, why are we not talking about me and Jan fighting again when me and Jan had a killer fight? Yeah. It was a performance of the night. It was 5 rounds. Like, we had a killer fight. Sean got finished by Merab, and then after that, barely beat Song, and I finished Song. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I broke his orbital and I cut his eye. I put Song in surgery the next time. You know what I mean? So it's like, give me a little bit of freaking credit.
Let's go.
God damn it. You know, but yeah, so, but I can't let that stuff enter into my head, or else I'll just be a jaded, jealous, like, mean person all the time. So, but yeah, that's the fight that there is to make.
I honestly, as a fan of the sport, I will really want to see O'Malley and you.
Mm-hmm.
Corey Sandhagen has expressed his displeasure about being overlooked for a potential title eliminator against Petr Yan. During a candid discussion with MX Sports, Sandhagen articulated his disappointment regarding the current trajectory of bantamweight title contention and presented compelling arguments supporting his claim to the next championship opportunity.
You take out the next opponent and maybe the next big thing will come. And if it's not the White House, something big always comes. It always happens.
Will you call for it? You go out there and get a knockout on Thursday? Will you call specifically for, like, hey, I'm ready to get me on there?
Yeah, most definitely I'll call for it. I'll call for it. I think it's rightfully so. Especially if it's a big knockout that happens next Thursday. You know, it'd be my 4th one. Sorry, my 3rd in MMA, 1 in dirty boxing. So that's how it would be. But you know, just like we talked about, if the cards fall that way, they fall that way. If they don't, they don't.
Olympic wrestling champion Gable Stevenson has revealed his ambitious UFC plans following his upcoming 3rd professional mixed martial arts contest. Speaking with ESPN MMA's Brett Okamoto, Stevenson disclosed ongoing communications with UFC officials and his intention to lobby for inclusion on their anticipated White House event card. His next challenge comes against seasoned veteran Hugo Lozama at Mexico Fight League 3 on February 19th in Monterrey, Mexico. The decorated freestyle wrestling legend, who has secured first-round stoppages in his initial 2 professional bouts, intends to publicly campaign for his promotional debut on June 14th at the White House venue following a victory over Lozama. Conor McGregor persists with his preparation for an anticipated UFC comeback. Recent training footage captures him engaging in sparring sessions with towering PFL welterweight Owen Sheridan, who stands at 6 feet 5 inches.
Nice. West Lafayette is where
Merab Dvalishvili demonstrates unwavering commitment to his rigorous training regimen. The bantamweight contender was recently observed conducting intensive rounds alongside wrestling world champion Xavier Amin.
Shakur Stevenson said the UFC could never be boxing. Joaquin Buckley was right. Like, it doesn't have to be boxing. Because the reality is there's no big fights like there were in the past. Hey, I want to be the boxing of the 70s and 80s and 90s. There aren't enough big events to make us go back to the days when Ali was fighting or when Tyson was fighting or when you had the four kings and they were all fighting each other. I'm talking even the days of Lennox Lewis being the heavyweight champion. It was different back then. Canelo fought Terrence Crawford. It felt like a big event. But honestly, when I get super excited for these boxing fights, until you get young, exciting prospects that want to go out there and try to knock people out like the guys from the past, you're going to get the fight that we got where Terrence Crawford, who showed once again why he is the best, he just controlled Canelo Alvarez, who's the biggest star of this generation. And then it's just not that fun. Whereas when you get to the UFC, it's more fun, it's more exciting, and it's just better. And hats off to Joaquin Buckley for calling that shit out, because he should have called it out. We aren't boxing. The UFC's better. That's just the God honest truth.
Ali Abdelaziz appears to have definitively ruled out a potential super fight between Islam Makhachev and Ilia Topuria. While Makhachev recently indicated willingness to face Topuria in his initial title defense, his management has clarified that the champion's next opponent will be a legitimate welterweight competitor. Abdelaziz additionally confirmed Justin Gaethje's position as the next undisputed lightweight title challenger, potentially against an alternative opponent if Topuria remains unavailable. His social media statement emphasized Gaethje's guaranteed title shot while noting that any potential Makhachev-Topuria encounter would occur on Islam's terms, though the champion's immediate focus remains on welterweight competition. Meanwhile, Daniel Cormier has publicly supported Joaquin Buckley in his verbal confrontation with Terrence Crawford, which began when Buckley challenged the boxer to a street altercation after Crawford allegedly diminished the UFC's standing compared to boxing. Cormier has since explained his belief in the UFC's superiority over boxing while endorsing Buckley's position in their ongoing dispute.
Over there, Mr. Longhair Kid. What scares me the most is when I seen a transgender dude with long hair. I'm just like, bro, do I need to get a gun? This motherfucker can shoot us? Who is that guy? Is that a he or it is? Oh, you mother! Get on, let me pick your back. Bringing this shit in the food. Swear to God, I'm gonna leave my gun in the car. This is when the shit happens. Sean Strickland, disarmed and murdered.
By who? Your biggest nightmare.
My biggest nightmare. But hey, like, if you look at the statistics of like shooters in that category, I think they're some of the highest. It's just it's not a real good place to be.
Sean Strickland has generated controversy once again. The former middleweight champion posted footage from a recent sparring session at Extreme Couture, alleging he targeted a training partner after mistakenly believing they had brought a transgender individual to the facility. Strickland's accompanying caption contained inflammatory language regarding the perceived situation and his reaction to it.
Like, the heavyweight division's so bad. It's such a shell of what it used to be, even when I fought. It used to be so good. Go back and watch Pride, Heavyweight Grand Prix. Even Bellator 10 years ago was better than this current heavyweight division in the UFC. When I fought, it was the who's who, man. I mean, it was murderer's row. Now it's just a shell of itself, and it doesn't have to be, because if they signed Rico, if they came to an understanding with Francis, if they signed Gable Stevenson, we're at least cooking with some gas. That makes it exciting. Dana's issue with Francis, but then also Dana says he doesn't really deal with the guys anymore. So it's like, then somebody needs to step in and go, hey man, this heavyweight division is dying, if not dead. Your current heavyweight champ is having a serious eye surgery. He's out in 9 months. John Jones wants one more. You do it at the White House. It's against Alex Pereira. Okay. And I know Dana has his issue with Francis, but he's by far the biggest free agent out there, by far. And if you're not really dealing with it, have Hunter, have McMahon deal with it and get his ass in there just for the health of the division. So you have Francis John, okay. You have John Aspinall, okay. Francis Aspinall, mix Rico in there, mix Gable Stevenson in there. Now we're cooking. But for whatever reason, they're just being like, nah, we're good with what we got. Are ya?
Brendan Schaub has proposed a comprehensive strategy for revitalizing the UFC heavyweight division. Acknowledging the current state of stagnation within the weight class, which lacks compelling contenders and marquee attractions, Schaub outlined his vision during his Thick Boy podcast. His recommendations include recruiting prominent figures such as Rico Verhoeven and Gable Stevenson, while pursuing Francis Ngannou's return to the promotion.
Number 2 meme was posted by More Put.
Disturbing news has emerged regarding Tom Aspinall's condition, raising serious concerns about his fighting future. The UFC heavyweight champion's ability to compete remains uncertain after his coach revealed to MMA journalist Peter Carroll that Aspinall struggles with basic pad work during training sessions. His coach described persistent explosive capabilities hampered by severe balance complications, stating the fighter's equilibrium remains abnormal and his vision significantly impaired. Carroll detailed Aspinall's training difficulties, explaining how directional changes cause extreme disorientation similar to being on an unstable boat, accompanied by dizziness and targeting problems. 4 months post-injury, Aspinall continues experiencing severe complications, including 18 eye examinations, multiple prescription glasses, dual eye surgeries, 32 daily eye drops, vertigo-induced balance loss, persistent blurry vision with black spots, nausea-inducing double vision, driving inability, moving target tracking issues, coordination problems affecting basic interactions, and difficulties with phone usage and child interaction. His octagon return timeline remains completely uncertain. Despite these alarming developments, Aspinall maintains an optimistic public stance, recently posting on Instagram to assure supporters of his continued championship status and commitment to competition. The final entry represents the conclusion of an internet meme compilation posted by Undisputed Take.